I have a question.
A question for me?
Hmm?
What?
The farm animal that you get like wool from when it grows a lot of it and you can shave it off. What is that?
A sheep.
A sheep, multiple sheep, right?
Uh-huh.
But we were talking one time and we were talking about sheep. I don't know what we were talking about.
We were talking about sheep?
We were talking about sheep. And then you asked me what one singular, you thought that sheep was plural. Do you remember what you thought one sheep was? You know I write these things down.
Oh, shit.
Do you remember what you thought
we
that
got
a
silly
singular
with it.
sheep was?
A sheep.
You said it was called a shoop. You thought one sheep was the shoop.
I think I was messing with you.
I don't think you were. That's why I wrote
was.
it down.
I was.
I think you thought that one sheep was a shoop.
No.
And if there was another shoop walked in, it was sheep.
So you mean to tell me if I'm joking around with stuff, you gonna take it and try to play me?
Totally serious.
Wow.
Yes.
I called it shep, shoop,
You ain't say no shep.
ship.
You were like, what's one sheep? A shoop? And I was like,
Wow. Wow. Okay.
the only reason I bring that up is because I know you were planning on clowning me on this show. So I just wanted to throw that in there first.
Okay. So you wanted to get your lick before I got mine.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
You thought a sheep was a shoop.
And okay. And you are gonna tell a story.
I don't want to tell the story. So
Why?
if you wanna just make fun of me and put that on there so we can start the show.
Why
can
don't
do
you
that.
want to tell the story about how you almost got arrested at the border? Tell them a little something. Come on.
I did have a little mishap at the Canadian border.
What happened?
Shout out to Canada. Shout out to the officers of Canada. A lot cooler than one would think.
Yep.
Definitely a lot cooler than the people who are dealing with Brittany Griner.
Right.
Because
you,
if I was over there, I would be under the Russian jail.
Would you almost?
I had cannabis
what-
products on me, okay? And as a young black man that grew up in Los Angeles, I was always taught not to tell the police what you have on you.
Right.
But I also didn't know it was totally legal to have it. So yes.
So you were almost an international drug smuggler.
They had my picture on a fax.
I thought,
They said I wasn't allowed back at 7 years before they switched their minds.
As I was witnessing this, I was trying to figure out what calls that I was going to need to make.
Yes, they found
get you out of this pickle.
First, they
that
found
you put yourself in.
a roach that was
Loud,
very big. It was like half a blunt.
How is that considered? Oh, so wait. So a roach is considered anything that's been smoked? I thought a roach was like
it is because
tiny.
in my mind, I was like, at the most, there's a roach in there.
Oh,
He
okay.
pulled that shit out. It kept going. It was like, yeah. I was like, uh-oh. In my defense, that earlier that day, before we got on the train, I smoked what I thought was the last.
Okay.
I put it in what I thought was the thing and threw the whole thing out. Apparently, I just threw away the weed.
See, and
But,
I was aware of the
because
paraphernalia.
a canister from the last time I traveled was still in there in a zipped pocket that I was unaware of. So first they found the roach and I was like, thought I got rid of that. But that has to be it. Then they found that second canister. I said, jail.
I said, oh, shit.
I'm going to jail. Luckily, we were nice. We were very jokative. Is that a word?
Jokative.
We were very jokey. The cops were cool.
I was chill.
They seemed like they didn't want to see another nigga in jail.
Yeah, he was really, you got a couple of chances.
Mm-hmm.
Because you kept fucking up.
After they found the second thing, I was just jumbled. They were pulling out innocent stuff. I was like, oh, that's just CBD. No, it's not CBD. God damn it. It's just in my head now.
Why did he say that CBD oil? My
Shit,
God.
it was like lavender essential oil.
The worst. The worst part was when you said it was CBD oil, the officer went.
And that was the worst part. As soon as I said it, I was like, damn it, it's not even CBD oil. I'm just saying stuff at this point.
You was nervous.
I was nervous at that point.
You
They were
look
cool.
nervous.
Good.
They were very
You
cool.
was trying to joke around before the final verdict was made. I was like, can you just keep looking
No,
scared?
the verdict was made. He had told me.
Okay, yeah. She
Look,
had inside info the whole time.
I had side conversations that were
Here we
different
go.
than your conversations.
Here we go.
And my side
Hero
conversations
Hey,
were.
I went in the back and I was like, hey.
No, I wasn't. I'm saying you couldn't tell I was having side conversations right there with old.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it's
So-
it's not good practice to still be like, we out this bitch.
I didn't do that.
Before they gave us the
I just recorded you and was like, so you could
Isn't that
have
crazy?
something
Isn't that crazy? A black
after
woman
you were already
saw
done.
I was about to be arrested for international crimes and wanted to record instead of help me.
Sir, you were already let go.
No support.
See, it's your fault she had to follow me to the bathroom. I couldn't even go to the bathroom by myself.
Oh, she
Yeah.
had to make sure you weren't pulling any heroin out your butt.
I got followed to the restroom.
Good.
And then I was taking a little extra time. So as I was walking out, I saw her start to walk in.
What do you mean?
I took a little longer in the restroom than maybe she was comfortable with. So as soon as I was walking out of the bathroom, I saw her like making her way in. So I was like, I'm here. Make sure I didn't hop out a window or something, you know?
Oh, that's what you were. I think she was thinking you had some paraphernalia up your butt.
Nah, but
They let us go, which is good because we weren't mules.
right. And the officer said he was going to check out Thick Threads. So
That's
shout
right.
out to you.
Oh yeah, if he's watching this, shout out to you. Thanks
And
for.
thank you.
Because I would have still been over there.
still-
With
It'd
maple
been-
leaf handcuffs on.
Oh my God, it'd have been tough.
But it was all good. We got to see Vancouver. Very, very fun. This was the season finale of our new travel show. I think we've mentioned it a couple times, maybe not officially on the show.
It was nice and cold,
It's very cold.
but not to the locals.
And not to me after a few days. I started getting my blood back in my fingers
Yeah, and I think we did a little shopping.
after we got to get some warm clothes. It's good to know that I have a place to go if America keeps going the way it is.
Yeah, because I definitely asked about that. Like, how
But-
easy is it to move here?
Yep. Pretty
It was
easy.
like, it's pretty right.
I'm not going to be
But you wouldn't
saying that a
have.
lot. What?
You wouldn't have had that opportunity if the officers weren't
Oh
so
my
cool.
God. Back to the jail. See? I do
No, I'm happy. I was happy. I have to say this. I was scared for you. I really thought that you were about to
she was
be.
scared for me like this.
No, I didn't record you until everything was over. So stop, because I did not pull my phone out while you were bombing all the questions that they were asking you.
I bombed
just
that
stood
one
there.
question. What other questions I bombed?
I'm not gonna go into it. That
See?
was just like,
You're just a negative energy. You're just a
wow.
negative
I
dark
supported
cloud.
you through this.
You are just a dark cloud.
I'm a dark cloud,
Mm-hmm.
but I was there through the dark clouds.
Making fun of me.
Yes, because I
But hey, I'm
know
free.
at the end you would have did the same to me.
I'm free. We had a good time in Canada, which is what I was trying to move on before you brought us back. What I was gonna say is, LA has been showing out since I got back. 'Cause
Really?
I did make a pretty rude claim. I was seeing all this amazing stuff in Canada. I was just like, dang, does LA have views like this?
And
It
I
made me
had
second guess.
LA's back. I was sucking LA's dick.
He was on the fence, but you were still.
I was not on the fence.
You were
I was
still
telling
going
you
for it,
that
but-
yes, LA, I was like, you are used to LA so
Every
much
drive
that
I've
the
been
beauty of LA is like not a big deal to you anymore. But for people who are not used to LA, they love it. They come out here and they're just like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Especially if you go to our...
I had to go to Kev on Stage Studios for an unusual amount of time since we've been back, maybe like 4 or 5. And that trip up there is just very scenic because it's like all the mountains and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, the views, the sunsets, the sunrises. I was just like,
you ain't get PCH.
Pretty place.
You forgot the PCH drive.
It's Malibu.
That drive is beautiful, especially if you're not from here.
People be trying to claim Malibu as LA, and it ain't. I feel like once you go north of Santa Monica, you're not in LA no more.
But PCH is part of Santa Monica too.
That little beginning chunk.
It's still beautiful. It's still not far. So if somebody says, "Oh, we're going to Los Angeles," I don't think you can say, "Oh, well, we didn't go to LA. We went to Santa Monica." I don't think that people from out of town would do that.
If somebody stayed in Malibu, you would give them that. Like, yeah, I was in LA all weekend. I was off of what is that? Patrick's Roadhouse. I've stayed there before.
I think people would clump it all into one. If they're coming to LA, I feel like a lot of people think LA is like just Southern California, even though it's not. I think a big like LA County.
I'll give you LA County.
When people
just
say
like that rapper was like, Decatur is not Atlanta. This side is not Atlanta. I'm like that with LA. I'm like, no, it ain't LA.
See, you doing LA dirty.
Alrighty. I'm down to get into some threads. We got a little ad today.
Moi do.
And we're gonna fit them in between the threads like butt cheeks. Let's get a little preview of what we're doing today. I am doing my own thread. This is a Patrick Cloud joint, if you will. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing all these tweets go viral about all of the lies that men tell women.
Absolutely.
It's all over my timeline.
Oh yeah.
All the crazy terrible man lies.
Threads full of Pinocchios.
And here's the thing. I know you guys are just as bad. Women are deceitful. They're sneakier. Their lies are sharper, more believable. Oh. You guys think them out. Men be lying. They just be bold-faced, dumb lies a lot of the time. Y'all be cutting to the grit of it. And I know there's something there.
Okay.
So I sent out a tweet. It said, I'm sick of all these stories about men lying. So fellas, what's the wildest lie a woman has ever told you? And then the classic Twitter lie, this is a safe space.
So you lied while asking about...
Here you go again.
Oh, Jesus.
But guess what?
What?
I got 494 comments on Instagram, and I don't even want to know how many I got in Twitter. I do want to know, so I'm going to go check. But I think Instagram did much better.
So how many did you get on Twitter?
70.
Oh, okay. Not too crazy. See, we ain't out here lying like that. All right. So mine is kind of on the funny side. I think it's funny. Ladies, text the person you're sleeping with and say, quote unquote, why aren't we officially together? Screenshot their response to this tweet.
So they said, why aren't we together?
Mm-hmm. So they said...
activating just ridiculousness. My God. Why aren't we together? Red. That's what I would say.
You'd say what?
Red. Red at 2:10 p.m. Eyes rolled at 2:11.
Oh, so you would give a response, just not a verbal one.
Oh, I'd roll my eyes?
You just roll your eyes?
I for sure roll my eyes at that text message.
I'm guessing you got a little experience with receiving that text a little more often than not?
No.
No.
Oh. Not really. So, who's going first?
You.
Shoot, I will go first.
Let's hear this bullshit.
Let's start with Instagram because they really showed out. So, my threat My thread is, what is the wildest lie a woman has ever told you? Talking to the fellas. Of course, this is a safe space. My ex was cheating on me and had the nerve to say she was hanging out with Mike Tyson's daughter and that she couldn't be in contact because they have to be low-key with their moves.
Oh, it's one of those, like,
celebrity.
Your phone has to be, like, locked up in those little pouches.
Yeah, but that was the lie.
Yeah.
The lie was all of that.
How did he find out that was a lie? What if she really was?
She didn't even know Mike Tyson's daughter. Also didn't know Mike Tyson had a daughter. Says, I woke up one morning, decided to grab breakfast for me and my ex from the shop. Once there, I'd realized I'd left my phone on the bedside table, and it was minor because I was gone about 10 minutes. Arrived back, she was screwing. She said a girl I used to work with that I hadn't seen in years had messaged her declaring her love for me. Confused as fuck, I immediately rang said girl and asked if she had done this. She replied, I haven't seen you in years, didn't even know you had a girlfriend.
What?
10 minutes is it's a short amount of time to sneak in another dude. She was already smashing.
Oh, she was. When he said she was screwing, I was really confused because I'm like,
that was just like
really he must have been in the closet. Like maybe he had.
It was a weird way to put the most important part of the story. She was screwing.
She was screwing, so she was getting fucked.
Some girl just put we be lying. Woo.
I mean,
somebody said that 3-month celibacy pact. I've been hit with that once. I didn't think it was true. She was pregnant with my baby, but we just met.
Why would she didn't like him?
What you mean?
She didn't like him.
Like who? The father or the
guy who said we just met? She was pregnant with my baby, but we just met. Because that's a clear lie. That's a push away lie.
What's a push away lie?
It's like a lie that you tell to get him to dip. Obvious, blatant.
Oh, you think that would get them to actually leave? You playing on the fact that some of us ain't shit. All right. She told me that she was with her friend Anna. I knew she was cheating because Anna was in bed laying next to me. I think that one's cat. It's one of those I'm a player ones.
Right. Fuck you.
I'm with Anna.
There's all kind of like sketches and memes and shit about that type of story.
This is a big one. That she only hangs out with guys because it's less drama. That's a water sip.
I mean, I've been hit with that the opposite way. I don't have no male friends because them niggas be on some bullshit.
Oh, I've never heard a nigga try that.
He only had female friends.
I've only heard girls talk to it. But like from a woman to a man's point of view, I feel like that's like, I'm super cool. I'm down to earth. I'm one of the guys, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was she smashing him?
I was talking to a girl that my homie was best friends with.
Uh-oh.
It's weird. Girl A and I were planning on our first time together. Long story short, it never happened, but a month or so later, I run into my homie when I'm out with a different homegirl, Girl B. And my homie's like, man, that's messed up. You out here with Girl B while Girl A is at home pregnant with your baby. It's weird for a homie to say.
Okay.
I was shocked to say the least, but anyhow, she was pregnant with another dude baby and tried to trap me, but got caught up before we were ever together.
Damn. Do dudes really call their homeboys out on shit like that?
If it's their friend, yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, your girl pregnant at home,
especially
but you out with this girl."
If I met the dude through my homegirl and they're talking to each other, it'd be like, "Nigga, come on." But it's not like tell the girl, you know, guy code. So I'm dating a cool chick.
Oh Lord!
And one day she says she's seeing the new Harry Potter movie with a guy friend from her other school.
Oh, this is young shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, cool chick, Harry Potter movie, guy friend from the other school.
Okay.
And she does all this while watching the movie. So I'm on Facebook. I find the guy, and he tells me he knows her, but he's not even at the theater watching Harry Potter. Dude didn't even know it was out. I don't know why that's a funny part of the story. He was just like, oh, damn, that's out? Deathly Hallows is out? So I text her like, hey, why you lied?
You need to go back to class.
Why you lie? And she snaps and says, "Why did you go behind my back and talk to her friend?" She didn't try to face the fact that she lied. She got mad for exposing her. Oh, little puppies. Little puppy love.
Weird, though. Going and messaging him. Like, that's...
It is weird.
And then he didn't know that he got her caught up. He's just like, what movie? Like, oh, it's out. Or did he say, like...
It wasn't like, oh, man, you getting cheated on. Right. It was like, I didn't know that shit was out. I've been wanting to see that, actually.
Damn.
She went to give him his stuff back and was only there that long because he started crying. That man stuff was still in the bag and box in her closet.
Wow.
She never went out with the most trifling one. Damn. You never even brought the stuff?
I know, he looked in the closet like, oh, you... Ooh. See, some of these girls, they slipping.
My girlfriend told me she's saving herself for our first time. Later, got pregnant by the youth minister and had his baby.
The youth minister.
At least he knows he's good with kids.
The youth minister? Yo, the youth minister is always trying to rap and seem cool. Like, they be trying to seem super hip. They do young, though, but...
Like, they be, like, sitting on the chairs backwards.
Right,
like, hey, I'm relatable. You talk about girls slipping. Said, my one-night stand told me her name was Autumn. Then I met my homeboy's new girlfriend named Winter. Same girl. She just changed the season.
Oh, okay.
She changed this. Hi, I'm
but is that
Spring?
I mean, she lied about her name.
Yeah.
And then she got with somebody else. Like,
or
he said, then I met my homeboy's new girl. So he could have smashed her before they made it official.
Could have.
And all she lied about was a name. That's who hasn't lied about their name.
Next one.
I think everybody has.
Had a woman tell me she disappeared for 3 days because she was in the psych ward. I called the hospital. Turns out she was not. That was so weird.
Do that.
You can't call and ask who's there?
Yeah, that's also HIPAA. You can't call and be like, hey, is such and such there?
That's true. But also, how down bad is this nigga?
Damn, she must have had that 5-5.
Unless she really was at the psych ward and they were just protecting her confidentiality, she probably didn't care about him like that. Like, I'm crazy. Right. I'm about to go to a mental hospital. Bye. And he was just like, hey, is old girl there?
Right. But the fact that she told him that she was going to a psych ward, if she was lying, she don't like that dude.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you even say that? Just be like, oh, I'm out of town or something like that. She was just
and she told him that. Ward. And if she was lying, she's smart because that's unverifiable. You can't verify unless you go up there and show some type of... No, you can't verify that she's there.
I guess it said she disappeared for 3 days because she was in the psych ward. And then he called to see if she was there. Can you do that?
No.
You can't say that even after they leave?
Such and such there?
No.
Or was such and such there? No,
okay.
That's protected medical information.
So then, yeah, that was pretty smart on her end.
Yeah.
But also, she probably don't care about him like that.
Right. He just ran with it. Was like, she could have really been in the mental hospital. I'm going with she was telling the truth. Clink.
Dude said she was on birth control. Just got my daughter ready for kindergarten this morning. It's a hell of a realization.
Damn. That's so... you got to have a backup plan for the raw bust.
This is a bad lie. I've been hit with this one.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy said she got the natural Gok Gok 3000, but she really got the Scrapper 100.
The Scrapper 100?
Oh my God.
Out here talking about they got super amazing head giving skills and are trash.
That was a woman who lied. Remember these?
Yeah, she said. I said girls are out here claiming that they have that Gok.
Oh my God.
And have.
I would rather be surprised 100% of the time because some women be talking shit like, oh, about to give the double-handed salt and pepper shaker, the toe curler, the shooting the shoes, as I said.
Shooting the shoes. And
then it just
shake
be
weight. Oh,
mid-city.
Damn.
Mediocre. I stopped talking to
Mediocre.
a couple. I stopped talking to a couple women because of that.
Really?
They were nice.
That is fucking wild.
If they got in because of just straight up bragging, and then they came through and was just regular or
You
bad.
got rid of them? Why you didn't just teach them? Each one to each one.
What do I look like?
You know what? I think I'm pretty decent at it, but I guess I can't say that I'm just the greatest at it because I've seen porn. And in some of the porn, them girls is like...
And some of them don't look like they can do that, which is what I was saying. And just give the surprise.
But I know I'm cool. I know I'm cool.
But the problem is when you start saying stuff like that, you're putting the porn level stuff in a person's head. Yeah. A man could do that too, saying that they gonna eat the box and beat it up, blah blah blah, and then in y'all head it's just like, oh my god, that's why I'm just if I'm a silent killer, I'll stay silent.
Yeah,
I don't want to just be like about to go drop off the rope, about to have you crawling up the walls, and then it's whatever, and they're just like, dang, he said all that. So just keep it to yourself, please, women, please, because that was. Okay. That's not a good lie to have.
So, what is the wildest lie that you caught a woman in?
That I caught them in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. Real quick, though. Someone said she had me planning for our wedding the whole time she was engaged to someone else. I had to throw that in there. Because at that point, you're sharing wedding plans.
Damn.
Or she had him planning their wedding. Man.
How she got him planning a wedding? He ain't even proposed. Nigga, you gotta propose first before all that. Before even believing any of that.
Probably because honestly, with me, I do bro code all day, because I feel like since I was in high school, people just assumed I was trying to do stuff to even my friends' girlfriends, and it's like, absolutely not. So I feel like if a woman is trying to be like sus or sneaky, I'll just talk to my friends about it, and so a lot of times they'll just be doing wild shit, and I'll just know about it the whole time. And sometimes I'll just kind of like let them. Because they'll be trying to like play two sides of certain situations, and if I'm cool with it, I'll be like, fine. But they'll be lying about it the whole time.
So what have you caught?
I've caught
said all that, but didn't say nothing.
Oh, I thought you were following along. I've caught girls trying to like smash me and like one of my friends at the same time.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, and we'll just be like, okay, but on her end, she's like trying to keep up with all these lies and stuff like that, and it would just be funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it'd be embarrassing as hell because we just be everybody but her be knowing, and it's just like bless your little heart. But no, nothing too crazy. I think that's the most audacity that a woman has tried to do is just like
smash you in the homies.
Smash me in the homies.
Danger! She smashed the homies.
That's a that's a big sign. I remember one of the girls this happened to said that her friends knew that like her song or the song that made her think of her was She Only Loving the Crew. And that was like one of the biggest red flags. I was like, oh, she's a ho-ho. She's a ho-ho-ho. Yeah. So a lot of the times I'll find out early because I'm really cool with my dude friends. Mm-hmm. And if they're keeping it from me, then I kind of don't care. If a dude and a girl is keeping something from me, then I don't care because I don't really fuck with either of them like that. What about you? What you been caught?
Oh! You know I was about to give you what I've caught.
No, we've already done the men lies. This episode's about women debauchery.
Oh, man.
Debauch.
I'm not really trash for this, but low key. I've only cheated in one relationship, and it was a long distance relationship. And yes, I'm giving like pre-information.
What up, guys? So this episode is brought to you by Babbel. Now, for most of us, learning a second language in high school or college was not exactly a high point in our academic careers. I personally, I took Spanish for about 4 semesters, and I can only, at this point, direct somebody to the nearest biblioteca. Did you take?
I took French.
Are you still any good?
I wouldn't say that.
Babbel seems like a good choice for us now, thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions. There's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language. Whether you'll be traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or you just have some free time, Babbel teaches some bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world. It's pretty good for us. We're traveling.
Mm-hmm. I really want to get back into French, so...
We're just in Canada.
That
would have been perfect.
I might have to go to Montreal?
I might have to go to
Quebec.
Babbel.
Yes,
go
absolutely. Babbel's 15-minute lessons can make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, and we just talked about those,
Boom.
Italian, and German. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you improve your pronunciation and accent. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. I actually already signed up.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Are you going with French?
I'm going to go with French. Mm-hmm.
I think this would be actually really good for the travel show because I've been trying to learn new languages, specifically Spanish, for a very long time, but nothing's really gave me a kick in the pants. So I'm gonna use this as a kick in the pants. Mm-hmm. So maybe this will be the kick in the pants that you guys need also, because right now you can get up to 55% off of your subscription when you go to babbel.com/thickthreads. Again, that's Babbel, BABBEL.com/thickthreads for up to 55% off of your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
Yes. We hadn't seen each other in 4 months, 4.5 months. And we had been arguing a lot.
Okay.
And so it was my job's Christmas party. And I got a little lit there. And some of the coworkers, they had got rooms afterwards to keep the party going. And so I went up there for a hot second, and then I got a call. I got the call from somebody that I had dealt with before my relationship, and we had a very nice sneaky link type relationship, and it had been 4.5 months.
Wait, so you invited him to the room of the coworkers?
No, I went there. So
what was the point of the rooms?
Because I told my boyfriend that, oh, no, we're still just partying with my coworkers. They got some rooms. Because the job Christmas parties, they end at what, like 10? You know?
So you didn't have a reason to be out all night.
Right. So I was like, oh, I'm a little lit. I don't feel like driving home because I'm too drunk. You know, which I was.
My job got Christmas party hotel rooms. Also sounds like a lie, which is funny.
But they did. They really did. And so I went up there and, you know, I told him while I was there, a little FaceTime, like, see, you know, nothing going on. And then I got a call from my old sneaky link.
Did the call happen after the FaceTime or before?
After the FaceTime.
Who FaceTimed who?
He FaceTimed me.
Okay.
Yeah. Quick little conversation. I got the call and I was just like, I'm going to go. So I went to my sneaky link.
Banged it out.
Yeah.
Gave you the candy cane.
The time of my life. And it's crazy because that was the best session that we had ever had. And we had been smashing like for years.
Oh,
like
shit.
For a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But we stopped when I got in my relationship. So but then that night I went back and this was so fucked up because had a great night, but I had to go home because I used to talk to my ex like early in the morning because he was on the East Coast.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So he would hit me when he was on his way to work early.
Like FaceTime?
So, sometimes. But most of the time it was a call, but sometimes. And so it's 4:00 in the morning and I'm on my way back home. And he calls me and he usually calls a little later.
At 4 a.m.?
He usually calls a little later than 4 a.m. He
don't realize you in a different time zone? Like, why you got to wake up at 4 a.m.?
Right. I'm saying he doesn't usually call at 4. He usually calls at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So
man, that's still early as hell.
But he called me as soon as I left that nigga's house.
Oh, like you were still driving?
Yes.
So what did he do when he heard all that engine?
Asking questions, and he was like, "Oh, you just now leaving?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I fell asleep."
Devious.
I told him I fell asleep at the coworker's room, and I sobered up a little bit.
But you didn't fall asleep at all?
No, I went to my sneaky link. I was getting smashed.
But I was getting smashed till 4 a.m.? You didn't fall asleep at all?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it was a time. Well, we had a
It
time
was a time.
last night. It was a good time, boy.
This thread did not make your kind look any better. And that's crazy.
And I'll say this. I'm about to make it look better, though. I'm not sorry that I did it.
Damn.
I'm glad I did it.
Damn.
Because this is a relationship that ended in domestic violence.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I don't feel bad.
All right.
And it was on his part. He put hands on me.
That's terrible.
So
you cheated way before that.
I cheated way before that. When he put his hands on me, it wasn't even.
It just became.
It had nothing to do with that.
It just became even. That's fair.
And so once he did that one time, put hands on me one time, I dipped. But so I don't feel bad. But I will say this.
Shit.
Because I mean, we talking about it. That wasn't that. That was like the beginning of the smash sessions. The sneaky leak continued.
Oh, so you just kept cheating on this nigga?
I think he was cheating on me too. He had to have been.
The excuse trade-offs.
I think it was. He had to have been. We didn't see each other for 5 months almost.
So that technically wasn't a story about the one time you lied. That was the...
No, that's
the started of a streak, a cheat streak.
But I never had to really answer any questions like that again. Okay. So that time I actually had to lie. The rest of the time I didn't have to lie because there was no questioning about what I was doing because I was smarter about the situation.
Guys, kings, work on yourself. Work on yourself, kings.
But that's the only time.
These women out here ain't
shit. I might have to bring out...
Ain't shit.
I might have to bring out the male lies.
Oh, you already did. Here's the thing. No. Ours be entertaining. Ours be like, Hickey, you know my chain fake. You ever saw that one?
Oh, my God.
Ours just be audacity. Y'all's be like, oh, no, I'm at the coworker's house that I told you not to worry about.
Is that what I said?
No. That was a mix between a bunch of comments that I saw. But like I said, kings, work on yourself.
Nah, y'all are like are savages with
I think
your shit.
both parties have some savage situations.
Y'all are savages. If I even went over some of the ones that I've experienced.
Somebody said,
"Oh my God!"
Somebody said,
"Shout
them
out," because you laughing too hard. Shout them out. Who said this?
I'll shout out the ones who aren't bearing their soul. Dude said, Nor one said, Batman couldn't beat some of this shit out of me. Y'all brothers stay strong though.
Okay.
I love how honest some of these people are being, but I'm keeping them anonymous because don't nobody need to know that people went through that. You know? All right. Well, I've gone through a sliver of the things that apparently these women are doing. So I might do a part 2 or something. Part 2 called Women's Lies.
You don't need to do that.
I could. Because it's always the men lies that are going viral. Always the men lies going viral. We need our voice
That's
too.
That's because y'all say one thing and she slide through that phone. She getting that phone.
Who? Oh, start sliding?
Mm-hmm. She getting that phone.
Go ahead.
Oh, shit. That was a lie? Shit. She going back to 2012. Like,
damn. Is that you've scrolled that far back before?
I've scrolled back far.
What's far?
Scrolled back far. I typically, when I did that, would only deal with like the time that we were in a relationship.
Into his baby pictures?
No, I ain't doing all that.
When'd you start Instagram?
But it's like, okay, so somebody like me, I remember dates and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I'm real big on dates and energy and stuff like that. So I'll remember dates and stuff that he acted weird towards me.
And check those specific dates. What was you doing that day?
Ooh, boy, when I tell you, I'd be like, this nigga told me I was tripping, but the evidence is right here. And then I come back like, but I tell him like, I went through your shit. You told me this day. Ooh, it's so bad. Can I just say one example?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Seems like this is really firing you up.
Oh my God. So I was in a relationship.
So this was so somehow this came back to men lies.
Yes. See what I did there?
Wow.
And he came to my dorm. This was my boyfriend. I was like head over heels in love with this dude. He came to visit me at my dorm. The chick he was cheating on me with went to Santa Barbara. He lived in L.A. I lived in Thousand Oaks.
Oh, he had a nice little setup.
L.A., Thousand Oaks, Santa Barbara.
Okay.
Right? So he came over, did what we did, whatever, hung out, went to dinner. You know, he was my boyfriend, so whatever. And then he said that he had to leave to go watch his grandma for the weekend.
Watch his grandma?
His grandma. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
Like it's a dog or something.
Right. And so he couldn't stay. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I hope she feels better because she was sick. So when we left, I left at the same time as him because me and my friends were going to this club right by the freeway, actually called Borderline, the place that got shot up. It got shot up. We used to go there all the time. And so you can go 101 North or you can go 101 South. And this night, he went 101 North. And I said, what the fuck? Because me and my friends, we left at the same time as him. So we're headed to the freeway because the club is right off of the freeway.
And he knew?
So you could yeah, he was, we were behind him.
And he just went on the wrong freeway?
He went on the wrong freeway? He went to Santa Barbara. That's why he went 101 North. He didn't go 101 South.
But you knew where his grandma was?
In L.A.
Ooh.
You can't get to L.A. going 101 North from Thousand Oaks.
Nigga had everything down in his story, but got followed to the wrong freeway. Nigga, learn your north and south.
Right. So when I looked through his phone, I went back to that date, and I saw.
Oh, you never asked?
I did. He said no. He said, no, I went the wrong way on the freeway, but I got off. But I knew it was a lie because how many times have you visited me here? And you know where the fuck to go. It ain't no, I went the wrong way.
You got on the wrong freeway?
Got on the wrong freeway. And I was like, all right, for sure. And then every time I caught him in something else, I'd be like, I want you to tell me the truth. Where'd you go that night? I asked him about it maybe 5 different times.
Specifically about that night?
That night. Where did you go? When I looked through that phone, he went up to Santa Barbara and stayed the weekend.
What, you check GPS?
No, like, you know how when people text each other, it could be like, I'm on the way, or I'll be there in a second.
Right.
So he got there, I'm here, the thing. And then a couple of days later, I had fun.
Betrayed by geography.
Yeah. I think it was
betrayed by compass rose.
And then, like, at the very end of the relationship, I finally got him to admit that.
At the end?
At the end of the relationship, when I was done, I was like, if you lie to me one more time, I told him he had to go to therapy if he wanted to keep me. He was begging.
He said he had to go to therapy?
I said, you had to go to therapy if you wanted to keep this relationship or whatever. And he
said no.
He said he would. No, he said he would. He said he would, but I wasn't really trying to continue the relationship after that.
You should just go to therapy.
Because I caught him with so much stuff. That was just one thing, but I caught him.
But it really bothered you because you saw him go the wrong way.
Oh my God, that shit was stuck in my soul.
There was 2 doors. One said grandma and bitches, and he walked through bitches and was like, "What? I went
through the wrong door.
I was the wrong way. I went in here. I put my stuff down. Then I went to my grandma's door."
Right. So, man, I that was one I never let up on, but there were so many more in that relationship that we could have a whole episode on that nigga's lies.
Man,
and
it would be crazy?
Very entertaining.
The story you just wiggled into this about a man's lie was so much longer and more passionate than your own story about your lie. I don't know how you still snaked that in there.
Wow.
This was supposed to be about women messing up, and you still had to throw my boy under the bus. So you know what we gonna do?
What we gonna do?
You know what we gonna do?
What we gonna do, Pat?
We going straight to thick facts.
I don't even get to say
no, fuck your thread. You wanted to diss men so badly. That was your thread. You wanted to there you go. You wanted to sneak in a fuck men campaign so fast and so bad that was your thread.
Wow.
And we're also running low on time. That's the main reason.
Okay.
So let's go into some facts. It's the Christmas season. Kinda.
Oh. Yeah, because we just had Thanksgiving.
Well, I mean, technically it's still November, but it's Christmassy. You know, Canada is already in full Christmas mode.
They
start early. I drove around the Grove and all that area. They're ready.
Yeah, they sure are. They had the
Excuse
tree.
me.
Bless you. They had the tree lighting ceremony. Here it goes. Boom. Bless you.
Like the Whoville. Do they?
I was out of town when they had it, but I heard it was really nice.
Is that at the Grove?
Yeah.
I want to see a tree lighting ceremony, just like the Who's.
So you're going to have to go back next year.
Guess who has a Grinch-related fact since it's the Christmas season?
I'm guessing you is who?
Cindy Me Who. My allergies.
How?
I don't know. It just at some point during the podcast, I start getting a little sniffly.
Yikes.
All right. Cloud fact. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is about one of my favorite movies of all time, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Ugh. Hey, you got on green today, too, so it's fitting.
And I got on green.
Do the smile.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the face mask.
No, that was terrible. You look like a cop.
Well, cops look like that. You need like hella face muscles for that.
Please tell me the camera's on him. Let me see if I can do it.
What do you want for Christmas, Shindy Lou Who? That's just a regular creepy smile. Oh, do it again. Say something first. You know how these
Say something. Okay.
All right, it's very, very obvious how hard that damn smile is.
Right.
Jim Carrey has a broken face. But here's the fact, and this is why you should never give up at something if art is the goal.
Right.
Jim Carrey received training from a CIA advisor on how to deal with torture while filming How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
What?
His Grinch costume and makeup would take hours to apply, and he said it felt like he was being buried alive.
Wow.
He almost quit the movie after the first day.
No way.
That would have broke my heart.
I mean, that was a really, really, really good job.
The makeup job was like top 5 in Hollywood history.
That was amazing.
But if you
he looked very comfortable in it. Like,
I mean, it was thick. Like, it was really thick makeup. I see what he means by being buried alive. So you got to think, like, you have this much extra face on you and so much extra body and hair. And I can only imagine, because if you have a 12, 16-hour shoot day, you have to get there
in that thing all day.
8 hours earlier to be in makeup that whole day. He'd probably get in the makeup chair at like 5 a.m. And then he has to start filming at like 12:01. Ugh.
Yeah, that's crazy. He was one of my favorite actors.
Jim Carrey? He's still alive.
Well, because as I got a little older, he stopped doing as many movies, and then,
back in his heyday, he was your favorite.
Yeah.
He's still my favorite.
So like Me, Myself, and Irene, The Cable Guy,
so good.
Liar, Ace Ventura, Ace Ventura Pet Detective.
People don't give Bruce Almighty enough credit either.
Bruce Almighty was great.
The Mask.
Truman Show. You didn't like The Truman Show?
Oh, so good.
Oh, I was about to say.
I'm just saying, how did we forget? I was disgusted in us not knowing. The Truman Show.
I knew. The Truman Show is like...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is one of the few white guys that is a...
Did I do it right?
Huh?
Fire Russiaville?
I guess.
Loki? Okay. Shout out to Jim Carrey.
I got to do it like this.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
So that reminded me of Me, Myself, and Irene when he had Cottonmouth. I thought back to Fire Marshal Bill.
Jim Carrey is very, very funny.
Yes.
And I love that guy. All right.
Yes.
What's your fact?
My fact is kind of what we do all the time. One of the reasons we have this podcast. Laughing stimulates your heart and can increase blood flow by as much as 22%. So it's healthy to laugh. You still back in your Jim Carrey? The Mask.
Yeah, I said The Mask.
Oh, you did? Oh, I didn't hear you.
That's a good one. Big one.
Because our love is like a red, red rose. And I am a little thorny.
And that's on brand because Jim Carrey makes us laugh.
He does. He does.
You said increase blood flow? Yeah,
laughing stimulates your heart and can increase blood flow by as much as 22%.
That's a good way to get heart healthy.
It really is good. You know,
a boner
people,
like that too. You laugh your way into a boner?
I don't know. I thought it said heart, but
blood flow.
But I thought it said stimulates your heart and can increase blood flow. But I think they were talking about your heart, maybe. I don't know. Have you laughed so hard that your dick are hard?
That's what I'm wondering. If your blood start rushing and stuff, you might be like, boner.
So has it happened?
I don't know. I gotta check. Boners be happening at weird times too. You know?
But you haven't seen a pattern.
No, maybe I'll go home and watch some stand up. That's weirder because it's just like one dude on stage as opposed to like a sitcom.
You looking at this male comedian making you laugh. I'm like, boy.
It's just the laughter. Oh, humor's a strong tool. That's good. That's a good fact.
People will say like comedy saved their life.
Very important.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. I love being around people who can make me laugh.
Yeah, you're a funny guy.
Thank you. It's a make or break in relationships. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily like romantic, just all of them. Like I just know people who laughing is just not a part of their day, and I don't really know how they hang out or do stuff.
What did Jessica Rabbit say to Roger Rabbit?
Is this a dad joke?
No. It's just it's a dad joke.
The setup was like, what did Jessica Rabbit say to Roger Rabbit? Give me that rabbit dick.
Somebody had asked her like how she fell in love with him, and she said, because he makes me laugh. Mm-hmm. And so laughter is good.
Hey.
Y'all funny guys is winning.
Funny guys is winning. Mm-hmm. And Roger Rabbit is a weird example because that's clearly a fucking mess of a person, and
but he makes her laugh.
And she's just like fine as hell. So I feel like funny guys just got dumped with the Roger Rabbit appeal. Hey. It's just like, if you're funny, you're probably a mess and stupid looking and ridiculous, and you're just like, how the hell did you get Jessica Rabbit?
Shit. Look, shout out to the funny guys.
Shout out to the funny guys. Well, hey, this has been another episode. Gals. And the funny gals. Hey, a funny girl can have the draws.
You guys are just big thoughts.
That's what your point was. How Jessica Rabbit got Roger Rabbit. She was giving it up.
You guys open your legs for a lot less than we do.
Do you think she sucked his rabbit penis?
Probably.
Never thought of that.
I hope you never think of it again.
It's weird because she was a human, right?
Her name is Jessica Rabbit.
But was she like Animorph? Like Lola Bunny? She looked like a human.
I don't know. Would I actually think about it? I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe.
She could have had a tail. Or not.
Just giving up the tail.
Giving it up to a rabbit.
Giving it up to a rabbit. Well, hey, hopefully a funny guy doesn't make you smash a rabbit, but funny guys are up. This has been another episode of Thick Threads. I've been your co-host, Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Persephanie.
We will see you later.
Bye.